All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Dominate Open Week 7 here on Risen Esports. Tonight we have the Tortugas versus Skidz. I'm going to be your play-by-play caster and streamer tonight, Rando Joe. With me I've got my friend Matt, Lane Police. How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good. Just ready to watch some Dominate League of Legends. A little bit of a promotion after watching a lot of Rampage games lately.
Oh yeah, and we've already got our bans in so far. We've got Rammus, Vladimir, and Syndra taken away from Skidz. Malphite, Cassiopeia, Nautilus taken away from the Tortugas, and the first pick Hecarim.
Yeah, kind of questionable to see that. Not questionable. Interesting to see that Garen isn't first picked or banned here. So we'll see if Garen falls through for Susan or Tortugas here.
For Susan, yeah, Garen's been pretty good in solo queue lately. I've not enjoyed playing against that champion.
He's really fun. He's like a 54% winner right now. This dude's absolutely broken.
Yeah, and here we get the new lock-in. So,
Yeah, I love how we have the
into the Hecarim. Oh, I love them. They're so good.
Yeah,
The paper Malphite makes me so happy. Oh my god. We added it as an emote in Risen recently because
nice.
somebody wanted it, and it's beautiful.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
And looking at the Susan Kaisa pick up here, one thing to mention that Gady Carry can really only play Xayah and Kaisa, so they're grabbing him the
That's
early
fine.
Kaisa pick.
It means he fits right into the meta if he can only play Kaisa and Xayah. just the only ADCs that are allowed, but we get an instant Misfortune Swain pickup here for Poop and Tokyo's Tortugas, but he's asked to be called Tokyo's today. And Misfortune Swain. Poop was telling me the other day about Klepto Misfortune, so I have a feeling that's what we're going to be seeing down bottom lane.
Interesting. And yeah, nowadays Swain's mostly a support, so it's probably a Misfortune Swain bot lane, if I had to guess.
Sounds cheesy if I've ever heard.
Yeah, and you can still
cheese.
flex. Yeah, you can still flex Swain either top or mid too, so it's a good pick here.
Yeah, it's definitely true. Arch is a good Swain player, but then they end up picking the Rakan on the side of Skidz here to finish out the first rotation.
It's pretty questionable. They want to pick Kaisa and then pick Rakan, and you figured like with Xayah up, you just pick Xayah to go with Rakan.
I mean, if they think Kai'Sa's the better ADC, they think Kai'Sa's the better ADC.
I mean,
definitely a matter of preference.
But
I definitely agree with you there. I definitely think Xayah is better, but
I think especially into into the Swain pick where Kai'Sa's a lot more short range than Xayah. So Xayah would have a better chance of dodging his E, whereas Kai'Sa's going to have to be using her E a lot to dodge that.
Yeah, mind you, it was blind.
Yeah, it was blind, so.
And we got Garen ban. We're not going to see any spinning to win today. Thank God. Well, at least not in the first game, but thank goodness.
That shit's really fun to watch, actually.
Is it? I don't know.
It's funner with the spins of the Conqueror rather than the Garen Yumi.
Oh, that Corki picture is amazing.
Oh, that is great. I love all of the anniversary ones. Have you seen like Jax's is like better than his base base art?
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah, Jax's is really solid.
All right, hopefully someone picks Jax just so that we can see the art here. But we finish out the second rotation bans with Orianna, Galio, Garen, and Corki. Orianna, Galio, both good, really good picks for that SZ comp. So definitely a nice good takeaway from the bans there. Love to see what they're gonna end up picking here.
Yeah, they would have had either a ball delivery system or like a candidate to ult with Galio with Rakan. So good job taking that away. You got the Rise pick coming out.
Rise is also pretty good. If I know you've been watching Worlds, but if anybody else has been watching Worlds, Rise is
EQ.
He's broken again. EQ. Yeah. Definitely going to hear a lot of that today while they get into their late game team fighting. But the Tortugas respond with a Kled. So it's a blind plate Kled top. Raleigh does enjoy that champion. He has played it in the past couple of weeks. I actually just accidentally removed my notes, but he has played it. He played it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and like with the Kale pick here, it definitely solidifies the Swain going support.
Yeah.
I was watching Riot August's stream today, and he was playing support Kale, so it could be an option. It's probably not happening, but it could happen.
I really hope that doesn't happen, but I mean, at the same time,
it's pretty good with the healing and Ardent. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be too bad. In the game, the pick ban gets finished out with Gangplank. So Skidz here, they've picked Gangplank in 4 straight games, including this one, for their top laner.
Yeah, and I think that's why they had
Um,
a good idea with like blind picking Kled there, because they had a feeling like this guy's gonna play Gangplank, and Kled
yeah,
can
they had
actually
to have
mess
known.
they can mess Gangplank up pretty bad early game. So I think they had a nice read on what Citizen's gonna do here.
Yeah,
Or
definitely,
Skidz.
definitely a solid, I guess, preemptive counter pick if you want to call it that.
Hmm.
I mean, we're gonna have to see whether it's actually gonna be Kale support or Swain support because this player has played Elise support before in this season.
Oh wow!
Um, so
Remember back in season 3 when Elise was a mid laner?
I didn't play in season 3. I remember watching her play top lane though,
Oh
but
my god!
support Elise is definitely not. I think Lehen's played it this season too.
Really? Well, I mean, Lehens plays cheesy shit. Like he played the Pantheon sword too, so like, Lehens doesn't count.
That's fair. Yeah, I get. Well, I don't know. Pantheon Talia was definitely
It was
an
something.
interesting time period in this
This was
season.
old. Yeah, this was old Pantheon too.
Definitely an
This wasn't new
interesting
Pantheon.
period of time.
Yeah.
Definitely one I'm glad we're not in right now.
Yeah, I remember last season when me and my Rampage team we played the Pantheon support as a cheese lane. That's pretty good. Tristana Pantheon, it's a pretty good lane right there.
Tristana Pantheon. That sounds like
Yeah, you get that.
that
level
sounds like
2.
some fun cheese go in
Yeah,
with jump.
it's real good.
I mean,
You
it just
hit the
sounds
level
kind of like
2.
worse Trist Leona.
Yeah, it's not good. But,
It does sound fun. It does sound fun. I gotta say, if you enjoy playing Pantheon as a support player, that's got to be a fun lane to pick. But we can look at these team comps here. So we talked a little bit about Kled Gangplank. I guess Kled, we think will be slightly favored in that lane. I don't actually know that matchup very well, but I assume he can
um,
run him down.
yeah, and then his Q will apply Grievous wounds, so his the
Oh,
healing
that's
orange
true.
won't
It
be as good.
does. Yeah.
So that's why it's a pretty good counter pick. And I don't think you can use the oranges to get out of Kled's Q either. So it's another
I don't
benefit
believe you
there.
can actually. Yeah, you might be able to. Is there a slow after the pull in? I don't
There
believe
is a
so.
slow on the there's a slow while it's attached, isn't there? I don't know. I don't play Gangplank, so I don't exactly know what his oranges like cleanse or whatever.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I don't play against enough Kled to know
yeah.
if there's actually a slow on that or not. I just feel like he's always faster than me, and if that Q connects, I'm just dead if I don't have flash.
Yeah, it's one of those champions where it's like I don't know how it works. Like 3 years later, after he's been released, I still don't know what the hell this champion is. So, but yeah, so I think the top lane's favored. I think early on the Nunu's going to be a lot more proactive on the map than the Hecarim. I think the Hecarim.
Yeah.
Speaking from playing a lot of Hecarim, I hate
True.
this matchup because Nunu can get in your face early before you can do damage, and they'll just tank so much. I would expect, honestly, maybe a blue invade coming from the Nunu here. It would be kind of risky because Kled, like I said, can get that push early on the gangplank,
Right.
but Ryze should be shoving in Kale as well. So that could be
Yeah.
something to look at. Honestly, if I'm Tortugas, I think I would look for a level 1 cheese. Like, you got with the Swain, you can start E and then pull somebody back, and I think it's just going to be an easy kill with all the damage they have on their team comp. So I would 5-point if I'm Skidz and just trying to not get caught level 1.
Don't get cheesed.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
get
Don't get
cheesed.
cheesed.
Swain support is a cheese pick. I will say this over and over because I don't believe in the support Swain. I don't believe in it as a viable pick. I believe in it as a cheese pick.
It's got a
Which is
51% win rate right now in solo queue.
Yeah, that's solo queue. Anything works in solo queue.
Yeah.
I've lost to, well, I mean, they were smurfing, but
Mm.
I lost to a Lee Sin Nautilus bottom lane once.
Ooh, that sounds awful.
It was not fun. And I mean, the Lee Sin was like plat 190-something% win rate when I was playing against him. So
I
it was-
played with a bot line that was Swain Nautilus, so every time Nautilus would hit the passive, he'd just get pulled back.
yeah, I actually think Swain is better as the carry in that role if he's playing bottom lane.
I think it's interesting too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Also, another thing to look at: will it be crit misfortune or lethality for misfortune?
It's, I believe, from what Poop has told me about this Klepto Misfortune pick, I believe it's going to be crit Klepto Misfortune.
Crit.
I could be wrong. I have no idea. I would assume it's Essence Reaver. That sounds like the better item to go first. Yeah, probably like a Jin build, Essence Reaver.
Yeah.
No, Jin build. Does Jin build IE first still? I don't know.
think so.
But those first 3 items are what you're going to want to have. I think it'll be Essence Reaver first.
Yeah,
He's definitely going to be able to bully out the Kai'Sa Rakan in lane. It's not even going to be close, the 2v2.
Oh yeah, because Misfortune can use her E to play it slow, and then that really makes Swain's E much easier to hit for him. So,
Oh yeah.
And if you get pulled back, Misfortune's just gonna do a ton of, and Swain is gonna do a ton of damage. So if I'm Skidz bot lane, if you can get out pre-6 without dying, I'll consider that a win.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. I think Swain's actually a pretty decent counter into Rakan here. With,
oh yeah.
Rakan dashing in, you just kind of E and then bring it back, and he'll just get rooted right in front of you. And
Yeah.
not really be able to do anything, and Misfortune will get a nice trade back in before Kai'Sa can actually react, most likely. But we'll see. We've got 2 minutes on the spectator delay here, so we're going to take a short little break, and we'll be back for when the game starts, so don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, welcome back. Sorry for the short little wait there. We're into our first game here for Dominate Open Week 7. We got the Tortugas on the blue side and Skidz on the red side as they're looking for some sort of play.
Yeah, it's a play.
I think it's a counter play. I think they were here to say, all right, if Swain, if you guys are invading, we're matching your invade, and we're going to smack you in the 5v5. Would they actually? I don't think so, but they wanted to try.
Yeah, I don't know the level 1 fight, honestly. It'd be close. I don't think actually it would be close at all. I think Tortuga's level 1.
Yeah, I think the Tortugas would actually just demolish them in that level 1, but now they've gone in for that spread there. Their counterplay did not end up getting anything, and they're just going to go walk back to lanes.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch what the early jungle pathing is going to be, because I'm curious to see what lanes both of these teams are going to play through. I'm assuming with a Gangplank top and a Rise mid that the game plan is going to be hovering around this bot lane for Skidz. And if I'm Hecarim, I'm looking maybe at diving this Gangplank top lane with the Kled early on.
Oh yeah, that Kled dive is going to be really good as well, because similarly to Elise, he can just kick the tower aggro by taking enough damage to get demounted, and it's just such a free dive. But oh my god, the spam pings.
Yeah, seriously, and early. Oh my
I need to turn down spam ping volume. My apologies, stream, but let me do that really quick. Yeah, so they are
pinging.
They very much want this Hecarim to come down right after his Krugs. And
it's interesting level too.
Yeah, it's not bad. Misfortune Swain have a really strong early level, as Kale is getting bullied out in the mid lane, as we kind of expected. That's not a fun lane for her. Yeah,
we were talking as we're loading and we were looking at runes, and it is a Klepto Kale mid, so I'm curious to see how much. Oh.
And there's the pull in onto the Rakan. He has to flash away, but he gets ignited, and Swain flashes in with the auto attack for the kill.
If he had ignited Swain, that may have been a return kill on the Swain. So
it definitely would have been close. I'm not sure if he would have gotten the kill, but yeah. Rakan does ending up saving the ignite, but he does go down for first blood, which goes to the Swain. So it's really good for this cheese lane here, as Hecarim comes in for the mid gank behind the Rise, gets rooted up, and that's it. There goes the gank.
One thing to go back on that bot play for a second. Rakan dashed straight back, which didn't dodge. You need to kind of dodge the side. It's kind of like Aatrox Q, where you don't want to run straight. Oh, not Aatrox Q, Aatrox W, where you don't want to walk straight out. You kind of want to walk to the side to dodge that Swainy. So it's something to look out for.
Yeah, hopefully he'll notice it right after that first one, and then it's not going to happen again. As they just kind of push in here, as we expect them to be, just sitting underneath the Kai'Sa Rakan's tower and just making them not have fun.
Yeah.
This Dominate game is not a good experience. Oh, nice knock up here onto the Swain. And here comes the Ignite, and it's going to be a kill onto the Swain here. A little over-aggressive there.
Yeah, and the Swain, the wave's still in a really good spot. So.
Yeah.
And then an early tier back for the Rise coming out.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah.
3.5 minute tier. I guess that's pretty normal since he did start. I believe he started as Sapphire Crystal.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this wave's in a good spot too. If Nunu wants to gank this Kale, definitely could.
Yeah, he's just kind of gonna walk down to that bottom river scuttle now. Hecarim going in for the gank here. He's gonna move back the Gangplank and gonna get ignited up and flash out and just live the gank. So ignite trade for Hecarim for the flash on Gangplank. We're gonna see that gank happen again.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna see a return gank here before that flash back up. But if I'm Hecarim there, I maybe played it a little bit differently, where you could have maybe still gotten the kill even if after the GP flash. But they burnt the flash early, but it's gonna get a bigger CS lead, and definitely gonna come back there over the next 5 minutes.
Kai'Sa's forced to flash out now as Swain lands the pull in onto her, and yeah, they're just gonna beat up on this Rakan for a little bit.
Bone plating doing work there. Took
oh, for sure. Yeah, but Misfortune's getting some Klepto gold. And a lot of lane pressure, so we'll see what's going to happen. Kai'Sa and Rakan are both forced to back now, so Misfortune's going to get a shove and a back here. We'll likely be able to pick up either a pickaxe or maybe the Caulfields if she's going for the Essence Weaver.
Sitting on 1300 right now, and that's enough for BF.
It's BF sword, yeah. Klepto sword, gold.
BF sword pink ward is what I would do here.
Oh, they're pinging the lane.
Yeah.
They didn't get the full shove.
Yeah, I gotta finish shoving that in. Bit of a CS lead opening up for this Rise too early on. Has to be expected.
Oh no, Swain's up with the Nunu coming down.
Oh yeah. May not help him.
Nice little pull, but the snowball just barely misses. Misfortune's gonna try her best to do something here, but Swain is just gonna die. They definitely greeted too much for that push. I don't think he needed to stay there. He went and he got the turret plate. I don't think the turret plate is worth dying for in this early lane. Kaisa now has 2 kills and probably the same amount of gold as Misfortune. We can just
she's up 200 right now. Kaisa is.
Yeah, exactly. So
and now it's gonna
not what we want to see.
An Infernal Drake here too, so a bit costly. I understand like always trying to get that push in to like maximize your back timing, but with an Infernal Drake and a Nunu spawning. And donating a kill over to the Kaisa, it's definitely a little bit of a misplay coming out of the swing. Because now you lose a lot of tempo in that lane. Where you should just be behind, but now Kaisa's just gonna have the stats to actually go toe to toe with you now. At least for a little bit. Maybe not toe to toe, but be able to at least hold her own.
Yeah, and Hecarim got poked out there while trying to go in for the, I guess, attempt to Dragon Steal, but it's a Nunu. You're not stealing from a Nunu.
Yeah, and I think if I'm a Hecarim right now, I kind of want to slow things down. I want to be power farming. I want to hit level 6 before I'm really trying to force things down on the map. Like, your Ignite's coming up soon, hit 6, back, you'll have Ignite and your ultimate, and just keep punishing this Gangplank top lane. But Kled's going in on one anyway.
Kled's going in to do the punishing himself, but he's not winning this trade out here. Gangplank ult comes down, and Gangplank just bullies the Kled away from this play. Getting a little bit over aggressive, but it's not going to be too punishing for him. Hecarim comes in. I think he actually got the smite onto that Scuttle Crab and gets out, so that's nice for him. Definitely, he may have lost the dragon, but he did get the Scuttle Crab. Is it worth? I don't know. It's the mental victory. He got the smite.
Yeah. We hitting Misfortune level 6 here in the spot lane. So
that was close.
It's a lot of kill pressure now.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when Swain hits 6, they're just not going to be able to die. Most likely to the burst from the Rakan Kaisa. It's not strong enough yet.
Interesting itemization coming out of the Kaisa. She went for a full Zerkers instead of grabbing that tier. I don't know if that's standard. You can speak to that, but that looks a little bit off to me.
I can't say I've ever done that. Kaisa's tier stacks up slowly, but they're already going in for the fight here with Ryze coming in down from the mid lane as well, but Misfortune's going to get a nice trade kill there onto the Kaisa. She's going to go down to the Ryze spam spelling.
Yeah, that was a really good Misfortune ult there. Just really
fantastic.
Against the wall. There was no way of avoiding that. And able to pick up a return kill there. Misfortune and Kaisa though are basically even in gold. So and 3 deaths already to Swain 8 minutes in. So not exactly what they were hoping for out of that cheese lane. And
not exactly the early rotation support pick.
Is now.
Ooh. Hecarim gonna chase the Rakan with the ult here. Gets the Ignite down. He's gonna get the kill. As they just trade some damage onto Ryze. Yeah.
After playing a bunch of Hecarim games, it's exactly where you want to start. He's sitting on a call field. Maybe.
Kled's about to remount here. Oh my gosh, that Gangplank damage. He does not have flash to be able to auto win though, so.
Yeah, that early Sheen rush by the GP is really helping him out, and was able to withstand the Kled.
Oh my god, Swain getting a nice little E onto the Kaisa there. Kaisa's gonna ult in and get the kill onto the Swain, but there's no way she survives this. As they trade another kill for kill on the bottom lane. They don't want to stop fighting.
No, they don't.
Have to think this favors the Kaisa, as she's picked up 4 kills.
Yeah, I don't know this. Oh, we got the Nunu gang. I don't think there's any dodging this.
And there's nothing Misfortune's going to be able to do for that. Nunu picks up a nice little shutdown there, 150 gold.
Yeah, they just finished Essence Reaver for the Misfortune, and is this still standard? Do you
double pickaxe?
Do you get the Q? Evolve off double pickaxe anymore? Because I know you used to in previous patches.
No, especially not with no Dorn's Blade. So.
Oh yeah.
It's not too questionable because at least it allows him to at least stay sort of contesting Misfortune's damage. Yeah, if he bought the tier instead of the second pickaxe, he may not be able to contest Misfortune's damage as much. And maybe that second kill or that trade kill that he just got on the Swain doesn't actually happen.
Yeah, it's fair. Could this mean he's going Stormrazor, or is he still... Oh, he's got a Sapphire.
No, he's got the Sapphire Crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Kled going in for the ult here with the Hecarim, but Gangplank's flash is up. He's just going to use it again. Kled's going to flash in for the kill here. Get the last auto attack after the remount, and the kill ultimate saves him with a nice roam from Arch to pick up an assist. And that's good. They burn they burn Gangplank's flash once again on cooldown, so hopefully he actually ends up coming back to punish it again, as he didn't actually punish the flash last time.
Yeah, and Hecarim's sitting on enough gold to finish his warrior, so if I'm Hecarim, I would just finish my warrior, and then go gank the Gangplank again, because then you can turn that into a Rift Herald shortly after. You do have a dragon spawning here, though.
Definitely going to be good for him. Infernal Dragon as well, coming up in 20 seconds, so...
Yeah, so maybe don't want to go get gank top again here. Oh, okay, so he's not going to finish warrior and instead start rushing his Triforce. I'm not a huge fan of that. I think warrior is such a huge power spike for warrior junglers.
For sure.
So especially Hecarim, you get cooldown reduction and a lot of AD. I would personally finish warrior, but if you want to go the Triforce build, or Triforce rush, it is also viable.
Definitely possible that it'll go Trinity Force into Cinderhulk here as well. Since him and Kled are the two bruiser / tanks on this team, so he may want that Cinderhulk later on for the tankiness. So
I used to go Cinderhulk Hecarim quite a bit, so I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I get the sentiment behind it.
One thing to note, Gangplank did use his TP to get back into the top wave, so he's not going to be able to teleport or use his ultimate down here, as Rakan is not in a good spot here. Hecarim's going to land the ultimate onto the Kai'Sa as well, force her to ultimate knee away.
The Rise, though.
As Nunu comes back in with the Rise, Misfortune's going to land the ultimate down, and Nunu is just standing in the middle of the team, channeling his Absolute Zero, and yeah, the Rise is just going to go finish up the Hecarim as he flashes in onto the Misfortune, but misses the Q and is not going to be able to continue picking this up. But they win the fight.
Yeah, pretty wild fight there. Nunu got a great position, got her ult off, and Rise was just able to come down a lot sooner before the KO was. So. Yeah, and it's gonna be another Infernal Drink going over to Skidz.
Yeah, this is definitely not what you want to see when you're on the side of the Tortugas, getting 2 Infernal Drakes from the enemy team. But looking for the contest, Rise should go down to the auto attack here. Nunu does pick up the dragon, and
I think just get out of this.
Kai'Sa just needs to leave. Misfortune gets to pick up 2 shutdowns though, so that's going to be very good for her as well, especially going the crit build.
Yeah. Overall though, getting that second Infernal Drink and denying it from going over to Tortugas is going to be, I think, worth in the end.
Yeah, that's what 16% stats now.
Yeah, and a good job for Kai'Sa just to not get baited into that fight and to just leave.
Yeah.
Misfortune has a huge CS advantage now, and they picked up, what, 3 kills in that last fight? So now she is well up in gold now. Up 1,600 on the Kai'Sa.
1,600 gold. Man, I mean, Klepto does wonders for you, especially when you pick up 2 shutdown kills in a fight there.
Yeah, as well as just another standard kill too. I think she picked up 3 altogether there.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of damage coming in for the Misfortune. And it's good to note that she is going the more late game scaling build with the crit instead of going the lethality build. So she'll actually be able to sort of kind of kill this Nunu eventually at some point in this game, because Nunu already has Ninja Tabby, which makes him unkillable to ADCs, so... Yeah,
and he's got another 2 cloth armor, so he might be running. And that might be an early Bramble Vest coming out. Which
pretty good.
Considering you got Hecarim, you got a Kled, you got a Kale, Misfortune. The only one really not auto-attacking is Swain.
That's Swain. Yeah, you can't be standing there trying to get that kind of damage on your own.
Yeah, you got a Hillisang in the house tonight.
Oh no. We got the game 2 Hillisang here, as Nunu is going to invade with the Kai'Sa and the Rakan.
Oh man.
Hecarim just gets charmed up and insta-killed. Nunu picking up another kill here on this invade.
Yeah, Nunu Rakan is just so much CC. You really can't do much about it. And Hecarim, I know you want that red buff, but you should know that you really can't contest it.
I mean, here comes the Kled. The ultimate gets soaked up by the Nunu. And the kill ultimate does go down on the Kled, but is he going to be able to get out alive here? I'm not too sure. Arch is taking a lot of damage on the Kale, but yeah, Rise there. Yeah, that's definitely unfortunate. I think if both of those connected, the kill would have gone down.
Probably.
Still good though. They get the pressure onto the mid turret here. Swain, oh my god.
Get it there.
That's a lot of Rise damage. He's completed his 1 item and it hasn't even... That Seraph's Embrace? Is it Seraph's? I don't remember what it's called before it's evolved, but Misfortune's going to get a really nice ultimate onto 2 people here as Kled picks up the kill after teleporting in. And then they pick up the 3rd kill on the Kale, and Hecarim comes in to finish off the Nunu, but Nunu is going to try to snowball away as Hecarim ultimates him and stops him from trying to get out. Definitely a nice pickup there, a nice return fight for the Tortugas to get back into this game. They're going to look for the Rift Herald now.
Yeah, a bit of an overstay. I think each team you've seen it, like, one team is, like, trying to do something, stays too long, gets punished, and now it's going back and forth. Like, one team is staying too long, trying to get too much, greed for too much, and then the other team's just punishing for it. And this is a 7-kill Misfortune now. Has enough gold where she probably is either close or will finish her IE on the back, so...
Oh, absolutely. He's going to finish this IE. She already has 2,000 gold sitting in the bank.
Yeah,
2,500 gold up on the Kai'Sa right now. This Misfortune is super, super fed.
16-minute, 2-item Misfortune. That's your win condition right now for Tortugas. It's going to be up to this Rakan and Nunu and Rise to be able to just chain CC the Misfortune and knock her out. Because I think without Misfortune, there just really isn't a lot of damage sitting coming from the side of Tortugas right now. Kled is 3-0, but he's not going to be doing like melting worth of damage. Whereas this is a crit Misfortune, like she's doing a lot right now.
Yeah, he's not going to be one-shotting people like Rise is, but still no towers have gone down over the past few fights.
Yeah, we just saw mid tower, the red side mid tower go down there.
Oh, it did go down. I thought it ended up getting stopped. Never mind. My apologies.
And then apparently didn't notice when it went down, but GP I guess in that last fight picked up top turret on their side, on blue side. So.
Oh yeah, once GP took the first turret while the fight in the mid lane was happening, and he gets forced to flash here by the Kled. Kled finally down 30 CS because of all the team plays he's been making, but still heavily winning the 1v1.
Yeah, he's still up in gold, and now it's going to be a top lane turret going Tortuga's way. The map is starting to open up here in the mid game.
Oh no. Here comes the trap from Skidz. Swain is walking right into it. And Khaled is going in onto the backline, but he's getting knocked up by Rakan and is going to go down before he can even pick up a kill.
Nunu's just 1v3 in the backline.
Yeah, Nunu's just zoning everybody, gets another chomp off and lives as Kai'Sa ultimates in onto the backline. Is going to be able to pick up the Hecarim, flashes in to finish off the Swain. And Misfortune is just going to get chased down here. Rakan lands the knockup. Nunu lands the next knockup, and she's just going to go down. Luckily, she picks up the kill on the gangplank, but...
Yeah, but a triple kill and that, I think it was like a 600 gold shutdown on Misfortune going over to Kai'Sa.
Oh, it was gigantic.
So now Kai'Sa is still down 1,500 gold in the match, but yeah, has the most gold on her team. She's going to be able to back and finish that Rage Blade and get to her 2-item Power Spike too. So... definitely good things you want to see if you're Skidz fans, and you get to pick up Solo Tower Gold.
And the Ocean Dragon just spawned as well, so they're gonna pick up their 3rd dragon of the game at 18 minutes.
Yeah,
definitely some nice
for a nice Elder.
Oh yeah, late game. Get that set, and they scale really well as well with the Kai'Sa and the Rise. The Kai'Sa, Rise, and Gangplank is their team comp is incredibly scary once you get past 30 minutes as they finish their items.
And want to zero in on this Swain pick. 8 deaths so far. It's not great.
Yeah, he's died a few too many times, to put it lightly. Definitely getting a little overzealous going for some of the plays. But it's alright, the team is still doing okay. They're only down 800 gold, and Rakan is looking for an engage here. But actually, as we mentioned this while we were in the loading screen, the Swain just roots Rakan out of the quickness, and Rakan isn't actually able to get the engage off. So nice little disengage there from the Swain.
Yep, it's, I think a good reason to the Swain pick came in after the Rakan, I believe. No, I think Rakan came in after
was
the
picked
Swain.
after.
Yeah. So Rakan's gonna be able to dodge that claw in order to get his engage off of, but it's fine there. They were able to save the mid turret, which I think was the overall goal of that play.
Yeah, definitely not a big deal.
Yeah.
There's no big objectives on the map for a little while, so they're just going to want to slow down the game here. Get their next item on Kai'Sa. She's already almost going to finish up that Nashor's Tooth on her next buy, probably. And still has that stopwatch for the next team fight.
That's one thing about Giddy Carry. He always takes the stopwatch room instead of like biscuits. Just not biscuits, but I think magical footwear.
Boots,
That's why he was able to finish those Zerkers really easily early in the game. Rise might be in trouble here, but he's just going to ult out.
Nice little escape to
him there. Yeah.
Doesn't mean much. They're gonna look to get this turret down here. Honestly, they can just give it up. It's not a big deal.
And he went Spellbinder second. I don't know if that's standard, but
I have no idea. But I mean, with how much burst damage Rise does, I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
But
Hecarim's getting a little cheesy here. Does not hit the ultimate, but he's still gonna get the pushback. Rise is going to be
thank
forced to
you.
flash and deal a ton of damage.
It's actually huge.
Oof. Not quite enough to finish it, but that was getting a little scary.
Yeah,
If,
I thought he was going to survive there. I think the Reds might finish them off. Oh, that's a Baron.
Yeah, and this Baron's getting started here. They don't have a mountain, so they don't do it too fast, but it is still a Rage Blade Kaisa hitting onto the
Hekrum's running up fast, and Cled's answer too.
Oh, Misfortune's gonna get a nice ultimate here. Kled comes in and gets gets charmed by the Rakan as they just go in onto Misfortune and finish her off. As Kled's gonna try to kill the Gangplank here, but is not quite gonna be able to finish him off.
Oh, that's probably a dead Gangplank though. Nope.
It might be. Hekrum comes in and gets killed by the Nunu as Swain is just
Swain,
ulting to try and get something, but is not able to get anything off. Rise respawns, teleports in. This is almost certain to be a Baron here for Skidz.
This is a very bloody game. 34 kills, 20
Oh my god, yeah.
They're just throwing each other, throwing themselves at each other.
That Baron goes down.
Kaisa, I think, is the real beneficiary of all this, where she picked up another 2 kills. She's now equal with Misfortune and Gold. Has that 3rd item finish in Nashor's Tooth, and is probably going to scale a lot better than this Misfortune. You saw it there. It was Misfortune with ulting there, and then Kaisa was just free hitting.
Kaisa just ran into her, so it was. I mean, Misfortune had to try something really. They went for the 3v5 or the 3v4 play to stop the Baron, but
you ult in trying to get them off the Baron. I think that's the main play, and then she still almost killed the Kaisa on the return.
This is true.
She hit the crit, so. I would expect maybe a Phantom Dancer coming in next out of the Misfortune to give her some survivability and to get to 100% crit. She might go GA, but I'm expecting a Phantom Dancer coming out of her next. And probably a Zhonya's coming out of Kaisa next.
I'm actually hoping to see a QSS coming from Misfortune. But, I mean, we'll find out. I have no clue what this build goes.
For what? Oh, just get QSS.
For Rakan, for Rise, for Gangplank, for Nunu.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it. Just because if you get CC-ing your ultimate, you just kind of die.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the PD is good because you get the movement speed as well as finishing off your 100% crit as well as getting the shield.
That's true
too. Misfortune, who benefits really a lot off movement speed. I think PD might be the better. It's definitely the greedier option to get to 100% crit, but I think it'd be a good build too.
Yeah, we'll see what he ends up going here. They're just kind of chilling together in the mid lane. Not too much happening. It looks like Skidz is going to want to go finish off this Ocean or this Cloud Dragon before doing any more real pushing, but they're just kind of setting up their 1-3-1 and
I got a 1-3-1 going here. I think they want to just definitely knock out that bot tier 1. So get a push into that inner turret, open up the map a little bit more.
Get some free gold with this Baron.
Yeah. But
I mean, we'll see what happens. They're just kind of sitting around. Arch on this scale has quietly been farming 184 CS, 1018. He's yet to die, but I mean, we all know about late game Kale. That's definitely a scary champion, but
he's 2 levels away from 16. He just hit 14 there, so definitely have the level 16 Kale win condition still alive and well.
True, yeah, they're just kind of.
Problem is his bot lane and is really just kind of feeding.
And here we go though. The Kled is gonna ultimate in onto the fight here. Misfortune gets the ultimate over across the team fight, but Kaisa just ultimates in right on top of the Misfortune. Is gonna end up barely living and kills the Misfortune off. Oh my gosh, ends up getting 3 kills, and they're just wiping away this team fight. The Kaisa ends up getting 3 kills, triple kill onto her. They end up getting the dragon as well, and Hekrum was just forced to run away.
Yep.
And take 2 tower shots for fun.
I thought the Kale ult was actually going to save the Misfortune there, but a critical stopwatch there from Kaisa to keep her alive, and then after that they were able just to wait out the Kale ulti on the Misfortune and just end up getting the kill. She's going to be able to back and buy another
Rakan? And Rakan's going to kill the Hekrum here too.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh my god, Conquer damage. Okay, I guess he didn't kill him, but he did stop the back. That's important, so they are going to be able to get this inhibitor turret. They're not going to get the inhibitor. Swain is up, Misfortune is up, everybody's up. They just got to get out, but still good for them.
That is a Cinderhulk Hekrum now, so like you were saying. But it's going to be a 4-item Kaisa. She's going to be able to finish that Zhonya's Hourglass, I think, when she gets back to base.
Actually, that's a scary 80 carry.
Yeah. She's got a dagger. I don't know what that's building into.
I have no idea, but I'm looking forward to finding out. Runeans, yeah.
Yeah, they can finish Runeans. Alright. So maybe an
I guess that's fine.
IE last item?
Probably. Personally, I would have gone for the Zanyas here, just against this
Yeah.
team comp, but it's a fair decision.
I think it came down to that she didn't have enough gold to finish the hourglass, and I think it's like we're like one good fight away from winning the game, so might as well power spike on the Runeans instead of having like an arm guard instead. So I can see that idea.
Yeah, that's true. And we actually did get the Righteous Glory coming out from Rise as his third item.
Oh man.
Spellbinder Righteous Glory Rise. This is
Doinby. He got Baron spawning in 2 minutes too.
Doinby
so.
tech. Yeah, they're just kind of gonna wait around for this. They've got the mid inhib open. They didn't end up even getting that bottom lane turret, but Gangplank's gonna be able to survive the 1v1 down there now. He's got his Trinity Force Essence Reaver.
Yeah.
Just gonna push the wave. While his team sets up around Baron, there's not too much they can do as long as they're not getting engaged on 5v4.
Yeah, I think you got a Leandries being built by the Swain, so interesting.
I have no idea about support Swain itemization.
You just build like a laner, so you
Yeah.
go Leandries.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's kind of like Lux.
Uh-oh.
Look at this. Kled is going to be teeping in onto the fight here, but Rise Ultimate is going to pull 3 of them out here. Nunu's just going to be the sacrifice. Oh my gosh, Misfortune is almost going to go down. He forces the kill ultimate out because the Gangplank ultimate is doing a lot of damage, but they do end up getting the 1-for-0 pick. Definitely nice for them.
I don't think they realized that Nunu had Thornmail, so Misfortune just nearly just killed herself.
Yeah. She doesn't have any lifesteal. Went for another BF sword as well. That's
it's probably a Bloodthirster coming out.
Yeah, I was about to say Bloodthirster, and then I'm thinking maybe it's a GA, but I have no idea.
It could be a Mercurial.
No idea. No, that doesn't build out a BF sword.
It's like, oh yeah, what's the build path? It's like QSS Vamp Scepter.
It's QSS Vamp Scepter Pickaxe.
Okay. I don't play to carry. I never build that item.
Oh, and the Righteous Glory gets popped here. As well as the Spellbinder. He flashes in, but is not going to be able to finish off the Hecarim. As Hecarim ults in and does end up dying, but Kaisa was not in the right place there. Misfortune's going to pick up a double kill here as they trade 1 for 2 right as Baron spawns. So this is definitely a good pickup here for the Tortugas, but the Hecarim is the one who went down.
Yeah, I can't really do Baron because the Hecarim went down. I don't know. I thought Hecarim got out there. I didn't really see how he died. I don't know if
he ended up ulting back in to try and kill the Rise, but Rise hit the EQ fast enough and was able to kill Hecarim during the ultimate.
I gotcha. Yeah, now we hit level 16 Kale here. So interesting fight to take with Baron spawning. I get the play, like Rise trying to make a play there, and then Kaiso was just trying to help, and then just got caught running into no vision.
Yeah, it was 2v3. Rise was hoping that he would be able to get the kill on the Hecarim, but he's just a little bit too fast. Spellbinder Righteous Glory makes you fast, but I guess not quite fast enough
yet.
yet.
Hecarim fast.
Not Hecarim fast, I guess, yeah.
You got a Bramble Vest coming out of this Hecarim too, so usually you see Steric third item coming out of Hecarim, but decides just to get some more survivability and to apply some Grievous wounds on the side. Skidz, they're going with this Bramble Vest.
Yeah, definitely not a bad decision. Getting that is pretty nice here with Infernal Dragon spawning in 5 seconds.
Yeah,
to the two main
Conqueror
objectives
and Triforce, you don't really need more damage on Hecarim. You need survivability, and
for sure.
Whether that be Steric's Gauge or a Thornmail, like that, it accomplishes the task either way.
Oh, Swain nearly getting the pick there.
Yeah, even if they pick the Nunu, I don't know if that's the one you wanna focus on.
No, but you get some free damage. At least make him walk back into his jungle and press Q on something.
Yeah,
waste a little bit of time.
Yeah, I think the only champion that can actually threaten to kill this Nunu is this Kael with the true damage. I don't see Misfortune breaking through that armor at all.
No, she did end up finishing the Bloodthirster though, and did pick up the stopwatch, so that's probably going to be the last item GA.
Yeah, it could be a one-stop use. Stopwatch too, like use it, and then you.
Well, they're not even going to clear the vision before they start the Baron. Skidz is just going to go onto the Baron. Yeah. The Tortugas are on the Infernal Drake. There's no way they get there in time.
I guess they just decided to finish off the Infernal Drake.
Yeah, they have to. As Rakan is going to flash in, and Swain also and then is going to end up dying, and Rise Ultimate gets the rest of the team behind the
And they didn't even get the Misfortune. GP forced them off it.
Yeah, they didn't even finish it, and GP's just going to solo kill the Hecarim here. As 3 members of the Tortugas do go down, and Skidz is just going to run down the mid lane, and I can't think that this game is anything but over.
Kael might be able to do some miracle wave clearing, but I doubt it. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Hecarim, you have no business picking a fight with Triforce and then 2 crit items on GP. I don't think you have any business taking that fight. Looks like
Yeah,
it's
I don't
going to
know.
be
At
game
that point,
here.
even if Hecarim doesn't go down, I think the game is just over. Clyde with
Oh,
a short
yeah,
ultimate onto the Nunu, and he's just gonna get permanently CC'd and killed.
Kale trying to do it, just doesn't have range to get in there. And I
Kale
think that's
just
gonna, yeah.
can't deal any damage right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they're just gonna finish out here. Absolute zero.
Gets a kill, baby.
Do they get the rise here? Nope. Tower does not focus him in time. But Skidz end up picking the first game here. They take the series lead 1-0 with a nice, I'm gonna say accelerated gameplay. That was definitely a lot of kills in that game.
Yeah, and I think the problem was they kind of into the Kaisa, who then was just with clear win condition coming from Skidz, just able to just ramp her up really quickly. So yeah, it's. I think go back to if I'm Tortugas, I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. Maybe pick a more traditional support, except the Swain because the Swain pick wasn't impressing anybody. I think the rest of the map was doing fine.
I think it impressed. I think it impressed Skidz.
Thank you very much. I'll take my free gold.
If I get to play against that, I'm pretty happy.
I mean, at the end of the game, I think it was only worth 100 gold. So it's like, all right, guys, like if I treat my life the same way, like it's fine. I'm not worth anything.
It's worth, right? We got the vision, but that's gonna do it here for game one. We're gonna take a short break as we get ready and the players get ready for pick ban going into game two. So we will be right back in a few minutes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dominate Open Week 7. We've got Skidz and the Tortugas here. Skidz took game one in a, I almost want to say dominating, but it was definitely
In a bloody fashion.
yes, bloody's a good word for it. It was definitely back and forth with the fighting, and
50 kills, like 27 minutes, something like that.
yeah, there was a lot of action, a lot of things to see. But we got the bans coming out here. Malphite, Cassio, and Nautilus taken away by Skidz. Kha'Zix, Syndra, and Kai'Sa taken away by the Tortugas. Oh, never mind. They switch it to the Rise.
I was about to say, like in going back to getting character, he only really plays either Xayah or Kai'Sa, or well is the two he can play well. So
Right.
if they were hovering the Kai'Sa ban there, it kind of would have forced Skidz to kind of first pick that Xayah, otherwise it could be taken away from TT. But no ban on Kai'Sa, they decided to ban the Rise instead, but I think I guess Arch just didn't want to deal with that.
Don't blame him. I don't think anybody would really want to deal with that.
No. And then, yeah, here comes that first pick Xayah.
We're still going to get the first pick Xayah. No complaints. Good champion. All around strong AD carry. Definitely, the only thing we can complain about it's the repeatedness of watching Xayah Kai'Sa. If you've been watching Worlds as well, it's gets a little boring after a while. But TT does end up picking the Vladimir and then stealing away the Rakan.
I was about to say, I've definitely seen Poop. Caitlyn is one of his go-to AD carries. I've seen playing in solo queue a lot, so I was wondering if we were going to see a preemptive Kate Morg come out, but no, they just decided to steal away their con instead. Could still see Caitlyn paired with it, but probably something want a little bit more scrappier. Could possibly see like a Lucian coming out.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, Leona.
Oh.
However, here, are they going to lock it? Yeah, they will. Definitely a really good pick into the Rakan. I think it's a lot easier to execute than the Swain support as well. So,
well, Rakan, for the Rakan for the.
Well, that's true. The Rakan is the Rakan was the Swain from last game, but
the Rakan last game. Yeah. One thing to mention, I don't think Arch is particularly well known as being a Vladimir player. So this could be probably more so a top lane Vladimir. I've never really seen Arch. Yeah, it could be an Echo Jungle, top or mid. So
I believe this is Echo Jungle. So they, Skidz here have got their original jungler back in. Their jungler Jalingo is in. Last game they had a substitute OGN, and they've played Echo Jungle in the past with Jalingo here. They tend to like to pair it with the Galio in the mid lane, so we'll see what ends up happening. The Tortugas do end up just picking the Kai'Sa in return. So we're gonna get a Kai'Sa Xayah.
Yeah, and then last time we saw an Ori and a Galio ban come out in TT in the second phase, we'll probably see the same thing coming out this phase.
Yeah, for sure. Good, solid team fighting mid laners. Safe as well, and they've already taken out the Rise and the Syndra, so it's likely going to be 4 bans here towards this mid laner. And we'll see just how deep the Chaperone's champion pool is, if he's going to be able to have another champion to pull out and perform on. But we get the Jarvan ban.
Yeah, and because, like you said, we don't know where this Vladimir's going. I would assume it's going top lane, but it could still very well end up in Arch's hands in the mid lane if it is a favorable matchup for him.
Yeah, definitely going to be a flex pick. We'll see what's happening here. The Gangplank ban. So they're going to leave up the Galio, so I wonder if they're going to end up picking the Galio here if Skidz doesn't ban it themselves.
Yeah, I could see a good pick from the Galio here. We could even see maybe a ban come out from Skidz if they maybe think that TT is going to first pick the Galio. Oh yeah, forgot about Garen. You got to ban that.
Oh yeah, Garen's a champion. That's true. That's true.
That's a champion that exists. Yeah.
Still no spinning, but we'll see what the Tortugas end up picking here. Gangplank, definitely the most comfortable champion that we've seen for the top laner on Skidz. They're naive.
I think we're likely to see a jungle pick here just because they want to save that Vlad flex till the end.
I would think so as well, but at the same time, they can pick the Galio here and still take that away from Skidz. But they do end up just going back to the Hecarim.
Yeah.
It should be okay in Echo.
I like Hecarim, but he's definitely more of a solo queue champion because he takes time to ramp up and his ganks aren't really great until he gets his ultimate. He kind of falls into that Nocturne realm of jungler, but I don't think he's not as good as Nocturne in a competitive setting. So it's just going to be interesting to see. They definitely have a go-in comp with the Vladimir, Rakan, and Kai'Sa as well. So
yeah, they do like to dive the backline. You know what would have been good to dive the backline with? Galio, which Skidz end up taking here. They've played Galio in, I believe it's 3 of their last 4 games before this one. So maybe not doing too much homework on the side of the Tortugas here for draft is the Galio does end up getting picked up here. So it pretty well confirms that's Echo Jungle as well.
Well, maybe I think they knew if we don't ban the Gangplank. It's gonna get picked again. And I guess,
Fiora.
ooh, that's a blind pick Fiora too.
Yeah.
I don't know the Fiora into Vladimir matchup, but I would assume that's probably a bad matchup for Vlad post 6.
I have no idea. I think we'll
I
just
don't
have
play
to watch
top
it and find out. I have
lane.
no clue about that top lane matchup whatsoever. But definitely good by the Tortugas there. So Gangplank and Vlad were the only 2 champions that the top laner has played on Skidz for the past 2 weeks. So we'll definitely see what ends up coming out here, and it's going to be the Corki. So it is going to be Vladimir top.
Yeah, that's a very Arch style champion. Arch usually is a mid laner. He wants to farm. He'll out farm a lot of opponents, but he won't roam like at all. And we saw that in the last game where Ryze was always quick on the roam, where Arch is going to prioritize farm and getting plates mid. So just something to keep an eye out for. So
we'll definitely see what ends up
speaking
happening.
of Arch, so like we'll see how proactive he is with the Corki packages, or if he's just going to use those to get back to mid lane and maybe make a mid play half in mid lane. So we'll definitely see how that goes. Into a Galio, I believe it's gonna Corki's gonna be able to abuse that matchup pretty early on. Spin into a rage into melee matchup.
We might actually see a Klepto on the Corki here to get a bunch of free money from farming Q and auto attacks onto the Galio.
I think this is a much better Klepto matchup than the last game where he ran Klepto and Kale into a Ryze. I think that was pretty questionable. I guess I don't really know.
I don't know.
There's really not a really other good keystone for Kale to go. Like
you might want to take Grasp, honestly.
Yeah.
Actually, Fleet would have probably been the play to just be a little more survivable against the Ryze. That's not an easy lane to play as the Kale. And even in terms of the roaming, at least Ryze has his ultimate. Kale doesn't get to be as fast on those roams. Mm-hmm. And Ryze has the push, so he can just walk into the river, and then Kale can't necessarily follow. But here with Corki, he's definitely going to be able to have better opportunities to roam on those package points.
Yeah.
So we'll look to see him force some bottom plays or force some dragon fights when he does have those packages.
Yeah, and with packages, he's going to be able to match Galio with his ultimate fairly quickly in a response. So that's something to watch out as well. Like if Galio ults to a side lane, if Corki has his package up, Corki can get there in a couple seconds. Follow up. So if the fight's not over, Corki can definitely clean it up. But definitely we have a go-in comp coming out of Tortugas with a Corki, Kai'Sa, Hecarim, Rakan, and Vladimir. It's like, we're just gonna run at you. And I think they could possibly overwhelm Skidz' comp. So Skidz, they just want to kind of 1-3-1, I would think. And then have Galio kind of just put him in the mid lane with maybe the bot lane, put Echo and Fiora in the side lanes. And then if either one of those side lanes get in trouble, then you have Galio being able to ult to either side. I definitely at least want to 4-1 and let Fiora take the base. They don't want to pull a Cloud9 here and start team fighting. And then book your plane back home out of Worlds.
Oh no. Yeah, we don't want to see. We want to see the shy Fiora here.
Yeah.
I don't like Fiora team fighting.
Yeah, and especially with the recent buffs for ENQ, like they're able to just take down towers so fast. If TT wants to take a fight, if Fiora gets ahead, TT better watch out because they're just gonna lose their base really quickly. Like I said, I don't know this Vladimir Fiora matchup at all, but
yeah, I mean, I guess we'll find out. I think runes are going to be important too. If Fiora's going to press the attack, or if she's going to take Conqueror, or if she'll take Grasp, or if she'll take Klepto. There's so many options that she can go.
Yeah, and is it going to be a phase rush Vladimir, or is it going to be a Klepto Vladimir? Are we going to see the memory come out of this Vladimir? The Cole early. I definitely think it is Vladimir. I would think it's Vladimir favored pre-6. And then maybe Fiora, I think, would own that matchup in the mid game. And then I think it swings back to Vladimir late game, I think, with his items and such that he might just be able to outdamage Fiora. But I could be wrong on this.
I think he can just one-shot her once it gets late enough, but...
Yeah, I think it actually comes down to playability. If she can, parry his Empowered Q or his ultimate, if Fiora might be able to pull that fight back. It definitely should be an early Executioners coming out of Fiora in this line.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think not buying an early Executioners is probably trolling, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say, if Fiora doesn't build early Executioners, Vladimir will just harass her out of the lane early.
Double teleport. So, one thing to notice, just looking at the summoner spells now after the spectator delay has started, there's not a cleanse on Kai'Sa. Personally, if I'm the ADC here playing against Galio and Leona. Cleanse is something I would definitely at least think about.
Or even Echo. His stun is 2 seconds long on his W.
Ideally, you're not getting hit by the Echo stun.
Well, you could get like chain CC'd into Leona, like
right,
and Echo follows up. So
yeah.
it comes down to like, you kind of want to cleanse the first CC.
You want to cleanse the first CC and just flash the hell out of there so that you're not getting followed up on by Echo. But yeah, it's definitely a thought. It's not necessary, but I think I would have taken it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you're looking at Kai'Sa
here, even Corki here.
Oh yeah, definitely for Corki. Yeah, I think, but you want the TP to match. But so looking at these two carries, AD carry, his most comfortable AD carry is Xayah, and I know Poop's most comfortable AD carry is Kai'Sa. So we're not trolling with we're not spamming, or not spamming, but experimenting with a Collective Misfortune. We're going straight back to Comfort, and it looks like I think Tortugas with this draft. Not as greedy as they were in last draft when they drafted Kale and Misfortune. I think they're a little bit more proactive in the early game. Still got a lot of scaling. I think if Skidz is able to take the fight at like level 6, I think their level 6s are stronger.
Yeah.
Because Corki wants to scale, Kai'Sa wants 2 items, and Vladimir wants 2 or 3 items before he's actually useful. So there's definitely a window here in this early game where Skidz could get a decent advantage, especially maybe in the spot lane with Xayah Leo, where they can definitely make some things happen. One thing to note, Echo is not the strongest jungler early on. He's more of a 2-item jungler as well.
This is true.
So it might just be straight up lanes, and then these junglers is kind of hard farming till 6.
Yeah, and on that note, we will find out once we get into game, but we're going to take a short break here. We've still got a minute on the spectator delay to load in, and we will be right back with game 2 just after this. Alright, hello everybody and welcome back. We're here in game 2 for the Tortugas versus Skidz. Skidz on the blue side this game, they took game 1, and we'll see what's happening here as they all start to spread out for this early game.
Yep, it looks like we're going 5-point again, although Vlad is late to the party, getting up ready there for his 5-point.
No big deal.
Huh?
He did go to the face rush though, so we were talking a little bit about runes. We do see the Klepto Corki here, going to be farming up against the Galio. Fiora going for an interesting aggressive Q here, just going to take some level 1 trading. Yeah, just a little bit of damage, nothing too special there. Just getting in the mind of the Vladimir.
And like I said, we were talking about runes, and it is a Conqueror Fjord too. I was maybe expecting a Grasp coming out just for more sustain into this Vladimir, but decided to go with all in with the Conqueror early on.
Yeah, definitely nicer for if they do end up team fighting as well. She'll get so much healing in those team fights.
Yeah, for sure.
And that is probably the number one most annoying thing about Fiora is she'll press Q onto somebody, not even get her ultimate proc, and gain 400 HP because she's Conqueror and her built-in healing. Definitely solid synergistic pick.
Raise your hand if you're ready for Conqueror to lose its healing in the offseason.
Oh, yes. But early lane's going on here. Nothing. I don't expect anything special to happen in this early game, unless we get some like bottom lane fighting 2v2. But
like I was saying,
shouldn't be much.
With these two junglers, not a lot happening probably early on. They both kind of need their lanes to help them with their ganks. More so Echo than the Hecarim, but still.
No, for sure.
So it's really going to be like straight laning, I think, early on. And I think the only really lane that we'll see a lot of aggression in is maybe top lane. But I don't think they're both really safe, so I don't think there'll be a lot of fighting, but not a lot of kills going that top lane.
Yeah, but look at this Hecarim here. He's going in for a gank at underneath the bottom lane here. The bottom lane is still level 1. They just hit level 2, but Xayah's already forced to flash out, and Leona's just gonna take some damage and just get out. This is really good for them though. They get out with only having used the Xayah flash.
I think it was a little bit of split, like deciding who they were deciding to go on there. Like oh
my god, the crit. Or, I don't know if there's crit or just bonus damage.
I think it was
her W or her E, right? A little slow on the auto attack, but Echo going in for the gank here, forcing out the flash from the Kai'Sa, and then Leona flashing in to get the stun onto the Rakan, but Echo flashes in to try and land the stun with his W, but does not end up getting it. So, flash trade, and Skid does not come out ahead on that trade. They lose 2 flashes.
It's really gonna disrupt Echo's pathing though, because Echo like went out of his way. I think he came down from Raptors, and so he kind of really took some time out of his path. If he shows again bot lane here, Hecarim should really just go over and see that blue buff.
Oh, Poop, you want to get out of there? And they both just barely are able to escape from that Echo W. But yeah, Hecarim's just gonna take this chance to go and have a peek into the top side buff. They even realized that Hecarim could go there.
Yeah, but Fjord's coming down. I think Fjord definitely wins that trade. Actually, I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh, Hecarim did use Ignite in his gank, so that's something to mention. So Fjord actually might be able to kill this Hecarim. Hecarim, no Smite and no Ignite. Could definitely see... Oh, he's low too.
Fjord's low too. She's going to flash in, get the slow on the auto attack, but Hecarim is going to be able to jump away with the Blast Cone. And we'll see if she's able to catch up to him. That Vital is on the right side for her, but she's just going to go trade into the Vladimir. And yeah, just force the Hecarim out of the jungle there. He's not actually able to pick up the blue buff, so this is really good for the Echo. Not going to be as punished as he could have been.
Yeah, kind of good luck there, lucky there. And also, Hecarim did pick up that scuttle, so Echo going to be able to secure that as well.
Yeah, he gets both. Really, so really good for the Echo here.
Yeah, so it could have been really bad for Echo, but now he's actually way ahead.
Ooh! No! Why did you go back? Aw, that's unfortunate.
Definitely should have left after killing the big one.
Yeah, just not his day there with the Krugs. Nice little root.
Yeah, and the one thing about Hecarim, as being like a Hecarim player, if you get behind early, like if you don't start snowballing pretty early in the game, you're pretty much next to useless if you're not actively threatening the backline of the enemy team. So, pretty bad start coming after the Hecarim.
I mean, yeah, definitely unfortunate. It's not a huge deal. He did get the big Krug, you know, get that fast recall, as Rush would say, and finish off his red smite. So, you know.
I'm just pointing out, like, Hecarim, I think, is more of on a timer than Echo is. Echo,
absolutely.
Useful, whereas Hecarim, once you hit 6, he's kind of like a Nocturne. Like, you're kind of not... Your first couple ult uses are really important to start snowballing, and if you don't start... Since he is, like, you're building one of the most expensive items in the game, Triforce.
Right.
Like, you got to start snowballing that ahead, and if Hecarim can get ahead of, like, the... kind of, like, the tanky stats... Oh.
Well, speaking of getting ahead here, he's going to try to look for this gank here, but he's not getting any more ahead as Galio flashes in for the taunt and is going to be able to pick up 2 kills for this bottom lane. One on the Xayah and the first blood going in on the Galio with a really, really nice roam. as taking advantage of Corky's back timer.
Yeah, and burned the Corky TP too, so that's just really unfortunate. Oh, that might be a kill for Fiora. Oh, good pull.
Yeah, definitely good of him to avoid that. And Arch just kind of TP's there to sit. Oh, Vlad's forced to flash out there from the Fiora. He's definitely playing a dangerous game by standing there so close to her.
Yeah, I think he was trying to wait like the heal on the wave with his empowered Q, but she went in on him before he could.
It's
could be a dive
close. Here. Oh, this is a dead Kai'Sa. Never mind, he is able to get out of the W. I didn't think it would
Echo's
take that long.
Have not been that great this game. He's putting them really far ahead. He's been able to not giving himself enough time to get there.
Tortugas with a little bit of BM there, just doing a little dance spam as Fiora barely misses out on getting that tower played as Vladimir TP's back into the top lane. Not much happening.
Yeah, I think Galio burned that with that ball lane. If I'm Corky and like I'm Arch, I wouldn't have burned my TP because that
doesn't stop. I hate that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think by the time you started your TP, the fight was pretty much already lost. Like Hecarim was already dead. Like at that point, just cut your losses and just keep farming mid. Because he was up about 12 CS on the Galio, but now Galio's caught up because he was able to get some free time after Corky back after that TP bot lane. So
yeah.
Just overall, really good early game. Like we said, there is like 3 scaling picks coming out of the side for TT. So if Skidz wanted to abuse them early, they did have that window.
Yeah, and they definitely still have this window. Galio is only going to get stronger now that he's got the ultimate as well. He doesn't need to actually just walk down slowly and flash in for the rooms. He can just press R from, taking a little bit of a block step out of mid lane.
Yeah, I think it's like in bot red or bush. I think it's as far as you need to go.
Yeah, so it's definitely really easy for him to pressure down the bottom lane, and they'll be able to take advantage of that early roam pressure. But looking at the CS for a little bit now, Fiora's up, half a wave and a half or so once she picks up this wave.
Yep. And
Galio's even. She did get the execution. Yeah, definitely. Like you mentioned earlier, smart buy. I think it's definitely the right thing to go as your first item here. You're gonna be able to pressure out the Vladimir a little more, and yeah, there we go. She's just gonna go in and parry the slow on the Vlad, forcing him to pull up. But I think she's just gonna go aggressive for this play. Nearly misses out on getting the vital, and Hecarim's gonna come up here for this gank. He's charging up his E and he's running in fast, so we'll see what.
No parry.
Nothing ends up happening.
Well, because Hecarim showed top lane. It's just gonna be an easy dragon call. And if they contest this, Galio can show up in a hurry. So if I'm a TT, I just let it go. It is an early ocean too, so that's really gonna help.
Definitely helps their scaling.
Actually, no, it's blue side that got it, so it's gonna help the others.
Leona, that was a really beautiful buffer on the E there by the Leona. Gonna be able to catch out Poop on the Kai'Sa and get another free kill for them. Just a nice little gank. I think definitely not respecting the gank enough after the dragon was taken. They should not be that far up in the lane.
Yeah, it should just be like kind of under turret, let them push in the wave. Just be a little bit more safer. Especially like you gotta realize that Xayah Leo is just so much stronger than your lane right now.
Ooh, Hecarim with a nice ultimate there to stop the Galio from getting out.
Yep, Cork picked up too.
It's really good. Finally making a play.
Dead Vladimir.
Yeah, Fiora's got not enough mana.
Yeah, and Vlad's sitting on the empowered Q, so if she went in, he would have been able to heal enough to at least get a trade kill there.
Yeah, or at least be close to healing up enough. May have gotten. Honestly, might have even healed enough to live from the dive.
Yeah.
But definitely smart to not go for that dive. Was low on mana. So.
Yeah, I think she had enough for flash Q, but again, he was sitting on that empowered healing. I think would have been unable to live through it. And kind of bad luck with the vital being on the opposite side there. Just really stops Fiora from ever thinking about a dive here.
Yeah, I'm not sure she even got that turret plate gold as she was backing out to.
Yeah, I don't think she did.
Yeah, I think she definitely could have gone for another dive there on that wave.
It would have been risky because, like you said, the vital was on the other side of Vladimir. Oh, she's still hanging around.
Interesting. Here's Arch is gonna package in forward, and Galio's ultimate, or not ultimate, but dash is gonna get stopped a little bit, but he gets out because Aftershock is a fun rune and makes Protobelt Galio incredibly tanky and unable to be killed. But Fiora gets some nice damage here. Is gonna definitely look for the flash Q here. Gets a nice tower dive onto the Vlad.
That time,
good solo kill.
Powered Q up, and I think that was the main reason, the main deterrent of the first time, but that wasn't stopping her that time. Going for that empowered that flash Q, and pretty much every lane's winning.
Oh, Arch is gonna be a little bit far up here. Echo's gonna land the slow and the stun. Yeah, trades flash for flash with the Galio. Pretty good.
Corki's just insanely safe. And this bot turret is going to be going down.
Yeah, Zaya's up 20 CS right now. It's not very close. The Echo was able to get this.
It's an 1800 gold lead down for the Zaya down in bot lane right now.
Yeah. Definitely commanding lead on her. That's her alone. But she's going to get engaged here. She's going to use the ultimate to get out. Gonna try to kill the Kai'Sa, who's going in on the backline to escape, but Galio's gonna come down as well. Knock up the hacker. He's gonna taunt him up. He's definitely gonna go down here. Nice kill for the Galio. And Kai'Sa, while trying to avoid everything, is
She's gonna
not.
Execute, but I think the damage is.
I don't think execute. Yeah, Zaya ends up getting the kill.
I would have just given myself over to Leona there, because like Zaya was the last one to hit you. I'd much rather that gold go onto Leona than Kai'Sa. Not Kai'Sa, but Zaya.
Onto Zaya. Yeah, I definitely agree, but. Still not, unfortunately not in the place you'd want to be there. Maybe he thought that it was already on the Leona.
Yeah.
It was a gamble at that point. Yeah. There was no getting out.
Yeah, now you're looking at a 5k gold lead coming from Skidz 12 minutes in, and this is looking like a patented NA versus China, Korea matchup right here. Just crushing their hopes and dreams really early on in this game.
Yeah, we're definitely watching a smash here. You don't like to see when Fiora Echo comps get ahead.
I mean, but it happens when you're picking Corki, Vladimir, and Kai'Sa into it. Like, I just don't see... And a Hecarim, too. Like, they're all late game. I think it's just really greedy with their picks. Where they're like, oh, we can survive this early game.
Yeah.
It's like just like too much scaling and not giving enough credit over to the other team to really push it in a lead early.
Vlad's going to be forced to ultimate defensively here. Uses Chrono Belt and Phase Rush to get out, but keeps his Fiora interested for the Hecarim gank, because she's just going to parry the E and try to turn this fight around, but she gets feared up by the Hecarim and is not quite able to turn that fight around. Really good attempt. She had no flash, so there's definitely not going to be any escaping there, so I think trying to turn the 1v2 is the right play, just not quite enough damage.
Yeah, that's what you can hope for. And
yeah.
Vladimir just wants to shove this wave in, and Fiora might miss this cannon wave if he pushes it in fast enough, because she doesn't have TP. So that's a pretty big loss coming out of Fiora. But yeah, so like it's just like things like that you want to get back in the game.
Echo looking for this fight here is barely not going to get the stun, but electrocute damage landing along with the rest of his combo is going to take down the Vlad.
And after getting that bot turret, now they've Skidz moved up their bot lane into this mid lane here.
Yeah.
Now they're prioritizing putting Kai'Sa in the solo lane to pick up farm instead of Corki. So that's an interesting decision there. Corki does offer some more wave clear though.
Yeah, I think Corki's definitely the better champion to have in the mid lane right now. As Galio's barely gonna miss that taunt out onto Tokyo's.
Yeah, without Corki, you would just lose that mid turret because you don't have the wave clear with the Kai'Sa. So.
Yeah. They're just taking control of everything over the map, though. Bottom lane is already pushed in. Fiora took the red buff and is going to continue to pressure that. Zaya, Leona, and Galio is just kind of standing behind them, making sure they don't get engaged on as they push the mid wave. Yeah, and Echo is getting the Rift Herald on the top side, so they're just getting absolutely everything. And they have full control to take this Mountain Dragon right after.
Yeah, I think you just drop Rift mid, get the mid tower, and then as it goes in for the charge, you just walk down ball and get the Mountain Dragon.
This poke from Galio, my god.
I mean, Vladimir does nothing on what item?
Yeah, it's definitely a little too early in the game for here, but he is a little bit too far up. Fiora's going to proc that fourth proc of the ultimate.
I get, like, you want to
get the kill.
It feels so bad. It's like, I want to get Scuttle. Like, I don't want to give up Scuttle. But sometimes you have to give it.
There's only so much left that he can give. They've already given up the Mountain Dragon and the Rift Herald, and they're just going to start bleeding everywhere, I think. Galio is just going to continue pressuring this Vlad down. Echo just stands in the mid lane and drops the Rift Herald, so they're going to even take this mid lane turret.
Yeah, I think if you're at this point in Tortugas, you hope that Skidz kind of throws, maybe at a Baron, and then just like use it to scale up.
It's promising if this game even gets to Garen, but Galio is going to start trading onto the Vlad here, just ignoring him as he took the turret.
And now
walks
you're
away
just
safely.
All your camps. It's rough. You hate to see it.
Yeah, this is a really clean play coming out from Skidz here, just demolishing the entire map. Echo's going to take away the Raptors and now go for the red buff. Might even give this over to Zaya.
Yep, did.
Oh.
And that is Cinder Hulk first, Hecarim too, and then being able to go this Triforce. So
Yeah.
Cinder Hulk doesn't have a damage, do really anything. Oh, and now Echo taking Krugs. Oh, the entire red side good jungle. God.
The entire good side of the jungle too. The other side camps don't
Yeah.
even mean anything.
Yeah,
It's just
they'll be
mean.
fixing that in the preseason, but right now it feels really bad to lose Krugs. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, if I'm Tortugas, what I do. Like, you want to, like, sit back and farm.
What can
You're
you
down
do?
6K.
You want to
have
either
be
farm.
proactive. Yeah, like, you gotta, if I'm Hecarim, I'm like, alright, why am my top so down? There's no farm to get. I'm looking, Fiora's pushed up in the bot lane and doesn't have really any support in the rest of the map. I'd be looking at this bot lane like, alright, I need to find someone to punish. Fiora right now is that person to punish. Like, what are you doing top lane right now?
I guess maybe they thought. I have no idea. Maybe they're looking for Galio to come up. Maybe they thought Galio would push up a little bit too far, but he's definitely been playing safe.
I think Echo only killed the big Krug then left, so I think he was actually finishing off the small Krug.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
But
That's
still,
alright. You definitely want that camp to reset, so.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's rough. Cause like even look, Fiora's kind of hard to gank because she at this point she might be able to turn around a 2v1.
I think she definitely turns around a 2v1 here. She's just gonna pop the Hecarim if he goes in for a gank, and look at this damage from Galio. Literally taking none.
Yeah, because then you have Galio with Aftershock. You can't really jump on Echo because he has an ultimate. And then Zaya's got her safety net, and Leona's got Aftershock and her like W. So it's just like, who do you go on to try and get back in this game?
You gotta go on someone. I think they just need to group up as 5 and deathball somebody.
I mean, I think Galio and Fiora are the go-to. Like they're probably
I didn't even get it.
The punish.
Yeah, I think so as well. Well, Rakan's back getting stopped. No, they just have to give away some stuff for now as they're just getting pressured in. They gotta look to keep some control in their jungle, and hopefully find, maybe Skidz get a little bit over aggressive and dive this turret here and they can turn around a tower dive.
It looks like they're backing off. Like, they're playing this game nice and controlled. I think they're just going to try and get control of the map these last 2 minutes and just start a Baron. You have an Ocean Drake, you have an Out Drake. You can just do Baron as soon as it spawns. And
on the side of Skidz, you like scaling too. Like, you don't hate just sitting back and farming. You've got a Xayah who scales really well. You have an Echo who scales really well. You have a Galio who's going to be dealing a ton of damage. I don't know exactly how well the AP Galio scales, but
I mean, if Fiora, the more she scales,
money is money. Yeah, and then there's Fiora, who's just going to 1v3 if she gets 2 items.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna take towers as soon as she gets her Triforce. So it's like.
Oh, and they might have found that one pick that we were talking about, getting a lot of damage onto gated carry here, but it does not go down. The Hemoplague wasn't even used.
Losing Krug. Well, the problem about resetting Krugs is that it just allows Echo to come back and take it.
Yeah, he didn't reset it for him. He reset it for Echo, unfortunately. But
yeah, oof. Down 50 CS the jungle. That's really rough.
There's just nothing he could do.
Like you gotta have your Kai'Sa come up and say help here. Like you just have to. Yeah.
She can try. He's down 2 levels as well, but Galio's just gonna ultimate in, and they do get the Galio ultimate cooldown.
You get the cooldown. Like
very good.
Right before Dragon is up to it, and Baron as well. So I think it's a good cooldown to get. It's about like 2 minutes long, maybe even 2.5. He's like second rank, so maybe it's like 2 minutes now.
Yeah, something like that. But Fiora's going to be looking to go in on the Vlad here. He still has the ultimate, but she's just
running the wrong way.
Blasting him.
Parried the fear too. Oh my god.
Some really nice Fiora split push there.
Yeah, you keep Vladimir alive.
Yeah, but that's just burning the Hecarim ultimate cooldown before the dragon comes up here. And he's just going to get picked. The nice Leona ultimate's going to land, and Fiora gets another kill. She finally finished that Trinity Force and Tiamat, so she's just going to continue bullying the Vladimir out here.
I think it's bullying everyone at this point, and
yeah.
I don't even know if there's a reasonable, like, at this point Tortugas are just hoping for several throws coming out. Like, I don't think there's really anything they can do to be proactive down this much.
They might be able to get this pick here on the Fiora. Oh, do they?
Yeah,
yes, they do.
Yeah,
okay, good. They got the teleport in.
Rakan got the 500 gold shutdown.
Yeah, it's definitely not the optimal member it goes on to, and Galio came in with the TP, just gets the kill on Arch there. Vlad comes in, but is going to be forced to flash out as Echo looks for the chase here with the flash proto belt. Gets the last auto attack in, and Galio got the taunt onto the Kai'Sa, forcing her to ultimate defensively as well. Hecarim's back. Echo barely getting his ultimate off, and the Q ends up killing the Kai'Sa on the way out as he picks up a triple kill onto the Hecarim. It's going to get a quad kill onto the Rakan here as he goes down to the turret, but
Rakan got double kill though. So
Rakan did get 2 shutdowns, but that's definitely the last member on the team that you want to get 2 shutdowns. Unfortunately. He's the only member on that team who's not going to be able to deal damage.
Yeah, and now you're looking at a 9k gold lead. And oh my god, Fiora.
And Fiora TPing into the top lane to get this turn.
She's got that Triforce now. Like, there's no stopping her.
She didn't even buy after dying. She's going to force Corki to package away with her ultimate as well.
No, I don't think she had Triforce.
Yeah, she did.
She did. Oh, she did? Okay. Well, it's also
she didn't buy anything. Or maybe she bought the Merc Treads. But, yep. Fiora getting 2 reds in a row. Maybe. Maybe Hecarim smites it. Nope, he just takes it. Still fine. Fiora's just gonna Q over the wall and get out.
Oh. I don't think I want to Q Mr. Baron there.
Honestly, I think it was just 900 IQ so that they don't follow her in and take Baron damage.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think the Tortugas can survive any Baron auto attacks right now, so she knew she would live, so she'll just auto it so that they can't chase her over the wall.
A rough one to watch.
Skidz is just gonna look to take some Baron control here.
Yeah, just get control, push in mid, push in top, do Baron. I would say you would want to put Fiora bot lane. She doesn't have TP, so
I don't think it
honestly,
matters.
at this point, you can take a 4v5 and then Fiora can just take the base. Like, it doesn't really matter too much. I'd like to see Fiora in the bot lane because I think it's going to take at least 2 members to deal with her, and then you just do a 4v3 on Baron. So, like, with her grouping up here, I don't think that's... I know they want to, like, push in mid and get control of, like, red side jungle.
Yeah.
Tortugas, but...
I think it's alright with her not having teleport, because really, the only way that this game can go wrong for them is if they take they do a 50-50 Baron, or they take a low number fight, and they just end up getting team fight, right? So you want Fiora to be able to be in the fight, because she's a really strong member of the team right now.
I mean, I think everyone's really strong right now.
That's true, but...
But yeah, I get it. Yeah, you kind of just want to, like, kind of brute force it. Trying to get vision control here, not really succeeding that much.
Vlad's gonna get a little damage here onto the Xayah, but he's just gonna get popped in return.
The problem is he just doesn't do damage.
Yeah.
Oh, and we got the emoting coming out. Oh, man.
Yeah, they're just gonna disengage here.
It should be a Baron. This is an easy Baron.
Definitely. I do want to point out the Xayah CS though. 230 CS at 23 minutes. Really nice farming here coming out from Gady Carry. He's been allowed to free farm the entire game, but it's still impressive. Still good to see.
It's not exactly Uzi numbers, but it's getting there.
Okay, that's not fair. You can't compare it to Uzi.
No.
Uzi gets given all 3 waves and the jungle from his team.
For sure.
Yeah. Rakan's just gonna take a little bit of Galio damage to the face as he tries to look in at this Baron, and he's just gonna get punched down and killed while he tries to get some vision. As the Skidz just look to push with this Baron now.
These 2 teams are playing for like the 5th, 6th seed, and Skidz looking really good.
Skidz are looking
bottom tier team. Like, if I'm like the higher ranked seeds in this tournament, I wouldn't mind drawing Tortugas. It looks like they have some obvious, like, they lean towards playing these late game champions. They have some abusable tendencies.
Yeah.
Skidz looks really good, and I think they're definitely dangerous.
Oh, nice root there coming out from Xayah.
Yeah.
Doesn't get anything. But yeah, I definitely agree.
I wouldn't want to draw Skidz as like my first round opponent.
Yeah, so Skidz would take the 5th seed here, I believe, which means they'll end up playing the bottom ranked team in the first round of the playoffs. So it's 12 teams, right? So the top 4 teams get a bye, and then teams 5 to 12 play in the first round. So the Skidz here, if they finish off this win, they'll end up being the 5th seed, and they'll play whoever is the lowest ranked seed in the first round, which is, you barely got into playoffs, and if you're watching this game as the team who's going to be matching up against Skidz, you think, oh no.
Yeah, and then
these guys are looking really clean.
You're entering as a 5 seed, so you're probably going to draw maybe the 4th seed if you'll draw the 4th seed. So even then, like, your first round matchup's looking pretty good. And you can maybe even cruise past that too, because I mean this team's definitely looking really good. And Tortugas, I think overall, I don't know if these 2 teams haven't met before.
No, they haven't played against each other yet. They were in different groups.
So yeah, I think they're looking really good here as a 5 seed. Like say if they can pick up that versus that 12 seed, and then pick up the 4th seed if they can beat the 12 seed. It's a pretty nice path to the playoffs. After that, they would have to first maybe Moe's.
Oh, actually, I was hard trolling with saying the format. I was thinking about Dominate Premade. So this is actually just
Oh.
straight seeding, but it would still
Okay.
be, they would be in 5th place facing the 4th place team, which
Okay.
is the loser of today's
It's
matchup
good.
of Mug and Thunderbirds. So
Okay.
still definitely good for them. And then the Tortugas would be in the 6th place. But looking for a fight here. Oh my god, Kaisa just gets blown up by the Echo. The Galio's gonna ultimate in to
Oh,
stop the
good
Hecarim
Echo
engage,
ult,
and
Oh.
Zaya just flashes in as everybody is just dead. Because
Well,
this team is just so far ahead.
That was a good fight. Like, that's kind of like what you want, but they're so far behind, they can't make anything work. Like, they're down 15k.
Yeah,
Like,
it's definitely the
absurd.
last ditch effort. They had to go for the team fight somewhere. Poor Arch. 1-1-1 on this Cork. You're looking to pick up something. Get a little bit of KDA play here, but he's just going to get flashed on by 3 people and go down. So this is going to be it. Skidz are going to take the win 2-0 over the Tortugas.
Yeah, and I think
Looking
game
good.
1 was really bloody, really close back and forth, and this game was kind of said in the pre-game that the early game of Tortugas could be kind of pretty abused. I didn't think it'd be abused that much by Skidz.
Yeah,
as
neither
they had
did
some,
I.
They had some scaling as well, so I didn't know it was going to be that bloody, but it's kind of what happens when you win every lane and then the jungle as well. Pretty
Yeah.
standard snowballing there. One thing to mention, so like if I'm Tortugas, I maybe find some more early game picks, get some more control. I know Arch usually has tendency to play as late game champion, so maybe pick a more early game focused jungler like a Jarvan, Elise, or an Olaf, and just try and find some early game strong points of your team instead of trying to pick all scaling.
And to be fair, Arch isn't the starting mid laner for this team. Not
Yeah,
having a
it's
bad day is actually the starting mid laner, and their jungler wasn't able to make it today. So Arch
Yeah.
played in as a substitute today, did well. Team, it's not a huge deal, this loss for them. I'm sure they're not going to be too shaken up. I'm sure they're still going to go into
Yeah,
the
and
playoff. Confident
they're
as
still-
all ever. The T in Tortugas stands for Tortugas. They're not going to be, they're
And
not going to be
they're-
pushed aside by this.
Yeah, and they're a 6 seed, so they're still doing well. Like they're going to verse the third seed, and that's still really good. You're not versing the top of the bracket, so like you're still probably going to get a pretty good first round matchup, and you can still make a deep run to the playoffs. And like who knows?
Absolutely.
I haven't seen the starting lineup of Tortugas play, but they were 4-2 going in. So if they get their starting lineup, who knows? This might be a different story if these two teams play each other later on in the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. So looking forward to see some of these playoff matchups line up. But that's going to be it here for this match here from Dominate Open. 2-0 for Skidz over the Tortugas. They take their 5th seed to go into the playoffs. And yeah, thank you, Matt, for casting with me today. And
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
we will be back tomorrow on the Twitch channel for Dominate Premade at 4 Eastern with, I believe it's Excalibur and A51. I don't remember They were called the Area 51 Naruto runners before. I don't know if they changed their name or not. But that'll be our Dominate Premade matchup for tomorrow, so make sure you guys tune in for that. But until then, good night, everybody.